The two main government parties in Italy said that they want to lift the sanctions on Russia. What's the official position by the government since the American administration is asking for these sanctions to be kept? The other 2 points are the TAP gas pipeline. The American department asked to continue with the work while there are some ambiguous positions in Italy in relation to this project, and the F-35 program. What is Italy going to do? Will Italy confirm the program? Thank you. I'm going to answer in relation to sanctions on Russia. I'm going to repeat what I said before, because I've already taken a stance in all of the international summits. I'm going to be boring, but this confirms that the position of the Italian government is not changing in this respect. We are open to dialogue with Russia. We do believe that Russia plays a fundamental role in all international geopolitical crises. So thinking that Russia can be kept out of a dialogue, as President Trump said, if we want to solve problems, we cannot choose the counterparts to deal with. We must accept and sit at the table and negotiate and have dialogue with those who are, in reality, our counterparts. As far as the sanction system specifically is concerned, I'm well aware, I said that the system stemming from the Minsk agreements as the outcome and is connected to the implementation of the Minsk agreements. So it is clear that it is unthinkable today to lift overnight those sanctions. However, exactly because we are open to dialogue with Russia, the position of my government has been stated straight away is to make sure that the system of sanctions doesn't affect the civic society, doesn't affect the economy of the small and medium-sized enterprises in Russia. Italy, from this point of view, has a tradition of intense economic relations with Russia in this respect. So in order to stress once again with a final statement, sanctions against Russia are not and cannot represent an end. Second issue, Trans-Adriatic pipeline. I discussed this with President Trump, and I reported to him that my government is fully aware of the fact that this is strategic work in terms of energy supply to Italy and to the south of Europe and the Mediterranean area. We are perfectly aware of the fact that this can provide a contribution also in the renewal of the energy system and the elimination of coal, which is part of our program. At the same time, I correctly informed President Trump that there are some uncertainties by local communities, the communities where the pipeline will land, since problems must be faced directly and not trying to avoid them. Once back to Italy, as soon as possible, I will discuss the issue with the competent ministers, and I will go and meet the local mayors, the local communities, trying to find a solution which will take into account the concerns of local communities. As far as the third point is concerned, F-35, as you know, do you know this is a program which was decided in 2002, that the agreements were signed in 2002. So it's a pretty big period of time in terms of talking about needs for defense and security. As a government, we are responsibly evaluating this file. As you know, there is already a process of orders being issued, which is taking place, and these orders are issued much earlier because the work is really complex. So we will continue to follow this file, and we'll make all the necessary choices in a very cautious way in view of the needs of defense and security, being fully transparent with our partner, the Trump administration.
Thank you very much. Sanctions on Russia will remain as is. As far as a pipeline is concerned, I'd like to see a competing pipeline. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I hope you're going to be able to do that competing pipeline. And we are already talking to the European Union about building anywhere from 9 to 11 ports, which they will pay for, so that we can ship our LNG over to various parts of Europe, and that will be more competition. But the sanctions on Russia will remain as is.